Every time I have tried to film today, I get caught by delivery. This is an Amazon delivery. Every time. Hello again, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Tracy, this is Welsh Farmhouse Garden. And I'm going to do some planting of Mange 2. I want to put some out in the garden, and I also want to put some out in pots. Just as an insurance policy really, that I'm going to get some. I should have done it much earlier, but I haven't, so I'm going to do that today. So, and the weather is nicer. The weather it must sound like I'm paranoid about the weather, but everything does revolve around the weather sometimes. So yeah, it's been really rainy and really windy and really horrible, and you may have heard it from other YouTubers in this end of the country in West Wales. So it's nice today, so I'm going to make the most of it. So I'm just going to make little holes and pop them in. It might look like I'm doing too many, but I expect the slugs are going to eat some of them. So I just want to make sure I've got enough. Just to make sure. And then I'll have some growing indoors as well. As more insurance. In your pop, right. Oh shit. Right, let's get some done in pots as well, so that we've got them more if we need them. You know, actually, yeah. Do you know I've mentioned, I've listened to other YouTubers, and some of the compost, look, there's got lumps in it. I don't know why. Little sticks and hard bits, but anyway. Never mind, it'll work. It'll work. I've got compost, but I've not got it as fine and as perfect as this, so this is better than what I've got. Okay. I'm really going to make sure I'm going to get some. I'm going to do 2 in each module. Let's see how we get on with that. Hang on, let's have a look. And then I'll separate them out when they get bigger. I've got a lot here. It's from Premier Seeds on Amazon. Now you can soak these if you want to, but you don't have to. I believe it helps them to germinate. But we're sort of in the middle of April now, and the soil is getting warmer, so we should be okay. I cover that up. The top. Give them a water, put the label in, done. Push 2. Done. I've got some twigs and sticks and stuff that won't go on the compost. So I'm going to take them down to the end of the paddock. At the end of the paddock we have got 2 little hedgehogs living down there. Now I haven't seen them for absolutely ages, but I reckon that more twigs, they would appreciate that. So I'm going to take them down now and see if I can see them. I should probably go down in the evening because that's probably when they're going to be around more. But they were rescue hedgehogs. I forget that. They were rescue hedgehogs. I thought they'd help with the slugs, but they buggered off somewhere. I don't know where they've gone. In my head, they're running free and they're having little hedgehog babies and living the best life. So anyway, I'll have a wander down and see if I can see them. Somewhere, I'm hoping, are two little hedgehogs. They could be anywhere, but it's perfect habitat for them. Perfect. And if they're not here, then they've wandered off into the fields somewhere. Hand in hand, happy as Larry. I'd love it if they were still here. Please show up. Anyway, they were rescued, so yeah. Enjoying yourself, girlie? Yeah, you are. Enjoying yourself. So peaceful. Ranunculus. How I love that name, ranunculus. I'm going to grow some of these. And they've been likened to thornless roses. And they do look absolutely gorgeous, look. So I'm going to have a go at those. I'm going to do that today. So you have to, I suppose it's corms. You soak the corms, which I've done. So I soaked them last night and they've been drying a little bit, but they're still swollen. They have to be swollen. Apparently it helps them to grow better. So I'm going to plant them now. Funny little things, aren't they? Look, like little insects. But anyway, I'm going to plant them, and I'm going to plant them today. So I'm going to plant them downwards. You can see that. Just put a bit of soil in each of these little holes. So let's pop them in there. I've never grown these before. This is a first time for me. I'm going to give it a go. Let's pick the healthy ones. Pop them in there. One there. Oh, I've got two left. I don't want to waste them. Okay, keeping it real. I did that wrong. So they need about 5 centimetres of gritty soil. They need that to grow. So I've changed the pots to these ones, and when they get bigger I'll change them over and into other pots. The other ones I did were too shallow. So keeping it real, did it wrong, gonna do it right. Okay, so here we go. You see that? Yes. Okay, pop the corms in. Hope that's not too deep. Doesn't actually say. See if I can get a few in each pot. As soon as they pop up, I will. You know what? I think it needs to be a bit deeper than that. We live and learn, we live and we learn. 2, 3, 5. Those of you that have grown these before are probably screaming at me now that I'm doing something wrong. But you learn by mistakes. I've Googled it. So, I don't know. I'll find out. I'll find out one way or another. I'll put those little itty bitty ones in the middle. Okay. I've got some compost with some agricultural grit mixed in. So I'll cover that over. And that one. I'm excited for these to come up now. I really am. I have no idea if these little corm bits, if they come off, do they grow? I don't know. I'm going to stick them in and see what happens. I don't know. Let's see. I'm no expert gardener. I just learn as I go along. So, me and Google. Put a label in for them. And hopefully they'll look like that. Hopefully they'll look like that. Okay, labels. Okay, I'll give them a good water and keep them in the polytunnel and see what happens and let you know. Perfect. So there's a little backstory to this recipe that I've got for a malt loaf. I got it from an elderly lady quite a long time ago, and she was on her own. Her family was quite far away. They didn't visit too much. So I sort of befriended her, and I used to pop round her, and she used to give me cooking lessons. I mean, I'd already got 3 children by then, but she enjoyed doing it. And she gave me this recipe for a malt loaf, and it's really, 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 really simple. And I use it to this day. Yeah, so I'm going to make it for you, and I hope it's a success. Okay, so you prepare this the night before, and what you need is the cereal All Bran, which are just bran shreds like that, and you need 2 cups. Actually, no, you need 1 cup, but I always make 2 of everything if I'm going to the bother of making 1. So with this, to make 2 malt loaves, it will be 2 cups of All Bran, and then it will be 2 cups of mixed dried fruit. You can put glacé cherries in it if you wanted to. I've even made it with a few cut up nuts. So you want 2 of those. So the portions are part and part, so 2 cups to 2 cups of All Bran mixed fruit. Next, you'll need some sugar. Now, the lady that taught me how to do this, she put a lot more sugar in than I do, but I'm doing half a cup, which is 1/4 of a cup per loaf, because you're getting the sweetness from the mixed fruit. Then you add the milk, which is 2 cups of milk. I use semi-skimmed milk, 2 cups of that. Mix it all together, because that needs to soak in now. Then just put a bit of cling film over the top, and then pop it in the fridge overnight so that you can cook with it the next day. So this should be lovely and soaked now. Yeah, it is. That's really good. Let's just stir that a bit. Oh, yeah, that is lovely and soaked. Let's just get it all together. Right. Okay. So now we need 2 cups of self-raising flour. You don't have to be precise. Here we go. If you think it's too thick, just add another splash of milk. But that's the sort of consistency that you're looking for. Right, when that's mixed together, we need to put it in the tins. So I use these loaf tins, basically because the shape is easier to freeze and also they're easier to cut when they're made. You can either butter it and then put flour in it, so it's all nice and done, or you can use these liners, which I find are much easier. Then you just halve it in each one, like so. Here we go. Also, while you were doing all of this, you would have put your oven on 190 electric, so it's preheated. Okay, just spread that out a little bit, and then put them on the middle shelf in the oven, middle of the oven. Okay, for about 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 hours, and then let them cool, and it should be lovely. Just test it with a skewer in the top, and if it comes out clean, then it's done. So on checking this, it looks like it's just been an hour. An hour's fine. So between an hour and an hour and 1/4, I would say. So I'm just going to leave them there to cool for a little bit, and then I'll take them out, and then they'll be ready. to look great. Thank you very much. So it's been a busy week. I've got lots of things done in the garden. I'm really pleased about that. Making progress, things are growing. I've managed to explore, have a trip round, and you know, explore the beauty of where we live, because it is gorgeous. And I want to do that more often as well, explore other places. Yeah, it's been a good week, and we've had some we've had a little creature enter our house, a little mouse, which we spent the morning chasing, which I didn't get that on camera, but it happens here. That's what the cats do, they bring them in as a little gift. We don't want them, but they bring them in anyway. Yeah, and thanks as well. I mean, I'm only a newbie and I'm learning all the time, but I've got over 100 subscribers and I'm so proud of that. So thanks. That's just brilliant. And as I say, I'm learning, so if you've got any tips for me, please tell me what they are. That would be great. But I'm just going to be myself and do what I do, and that's what I'm enjoying loads. And if you send me a comment, I will answer you, and I will take on board whatever you say. So absolutely brilliant. And I'll be back next Wednesday with another video, and keep you up to date on all the stuff that I'm doing in the garden. So until then, yep, take care and speak soon. Bye.